Sonic has always been the face of the series. However, there's plenty of times where Sonic gets his butt handed to him on a silver platter. Sonic may get knocked down time and time again, but he always gets back up, ready for an even bigger challenge. While he is a tough nut to crack, we have plenty of other strong contenders that could take his position as #1 hero. But could someone else take his place as the ultimate hero? Today, we're ranking the top Sonic characters who might just give the Blue Blur a run for his money. Hello everybody and welcome to Tails Nexus, your go-to source for all things Tails. Oh, and I guess we'll talk about the other guys too, if we have to. Especially today as we take a deep dive into the Sonic series and talk about who is the strongest Sonic character. Now, as much as I adore my favorite character, Tails, I do have to remain as impartial as I can to him. So with this in mind, we won't be including bugs or visual glitches. Even if I wish they were canon. We will be solely focusing on pure strength and capability in a fight. And no, this does not include preparation time. And for the sake of simplicity, we will not be including any canon from the Archie comics, because if we did, #1 would not at all be surprising. First up, he's mean, green, and not a part of the Bean Machine. It's Vector, head detective of a legendary agency. He is no stranger to getting physical with his contenders. Although we may never know if he found the elusive computer room, we know that he does get things done. Otherwise, I doubt they'd still be a detective agency. While Vector does have his two most trusted allies, Espio and Charmy, he is fully capable of acting on his own accord. From smashing up bots, breaking through walls, and holding off an entire robot zombie horde, Vector has more than proven himself capable in the franchise. So does that make Vector the absolute strongest? Well, not quite. But he's no slouch either. I'd say he's a solid low A tier, or at the very least, high B tier. For now, we will put him in high B.
Bust that thing to pieces, will ya?
Now, let's talk about a character who swears he's the fastest thing alive, and yet constantly gets left in the dust. It's Jet the Hawk! He's fast, he's flashy, and he won't shut up about it. The self-proclaimed legendary Windmaster is the leader of the Babylon Rogues, a group of high-speed thieves who are basically Team Rocket but with a better sense of balance. Jet is undeniably skilled when it comes to riding his extreme gear. He can ride tornadoes, manipulate wind currents, and give Sonic a run for his money if he has his board. Without it, well, let's just say he's about as fast as a pigeon that's had a few too many snacks. He's got speed, he's got a killer rivalry with Sonic, and he knows how to put on a show. But at the end of the day, most of his credibility comes from talking a big game. A really big game. And when it comes to sheer power, well, let's just say I wouldn't trust Jet to punch through wet paper, let alone take down a robot. So where does he land? I'd say high C tier. He's got talent, but without his extreme gear, he's not exactly striking fear into anyone's hearts. What do you think? Should Jet be ranked higher, or does he deserve to stay in the mid-tier zone of shame? Let me know in the comments.
I'm the best!
He's vile, he's cruel, he's iconic with bionic animatronics and a knack to catch that hedgehog they call Sonic. It's Dr. Eggman. Now, you may be thinking, Dr. Eggman is just a fat, bald scientist who is just mad that a blue, cocky hedgehog keeps beating him. However, what many fail to see is Eggman's raw strength. With the ability to suplex Mobius with a single hand, it is not hard to believe Eggman has some serious strength. I mean, look at how easy he picks up Tails here. Let's be real, Eggman, that man is built different. We've been sleeping on his strength for too long. I mean, the man has a workout routine for crying out loud. For all we know, under that suit isn't flab, but a full-on six-pack. Eggman's been hitting the gym while we weren't looking. And for this reason, Eggman is already slightly behind Vector in terms of physical strength. However, he has more than just strength. He has battle intelligence. Years and years of fighting Sonic would have you believe he is used to attacking something that moves in the blink of an eye. That's gonna be some crazy reflexes, Doc! So with this, I think it's easy to say that Eggman is a solid mid-A tier. Sorry, Vector, but when it comes to raw power and battle smarts, you're playing checkers while Eggman's playing 4D chess.
Get a load of this!
Next up, the lone Echidna warrior. The one who's tougher than the rest of them, the best of them, and let's be real, he is far tougher than Leather by a long shot. However, he does absolutely chuckle, just like Sonic. Like, come on, dude. Your first debut was you chuckling at Sonic after punching the super out of him. And if that alone isn't enough to convince you that I'm about to put this man in a really, really high spot, come on, he literally punched the emeralds out of Super Sonic. Who else does that? Then I need to remind you that this guy literally shatters the Master Emerald in a single hit! One punch! Dude, I'm starting to think Knuckles could kick Saitama's butt with these punches. If Knuckles ever stopped protecting the Master Emerald and decided to throw hands professionally, every boxer in the world would just retire on the spot. You might be thinking, but Knuckles isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, right? Wrong! This guy was trained by battle-hardened Echidna warriors. He carries the entire legacy of an ancient warrior tribe. Fighting is literally in his DNA. How else do you think he lands hits on Sonic? For me, Knuckles is an easy low S tier.
That was pretty rough.
Let's be real, what type of tier list would this be without the ultimate life form involved? Now, let's see how ultimate you really are, Shadow. Oh yeah, pretty awesome, right? Look at him absolutely kicking butt. Now, let's see how you are without that silly emerald. No prep time, remember? Oh, yeah, well, you are the ultimate life form for a reason. Yeah, I won't even fight you on the Shadow. Enough is said by just looking at your form.
I'm the world's ultimate life form.
Hi, I'm Omochao. Let me be your guide.
No, just no.
I have a stomach ache.
Look, I don't want to be mean to this kid. He tried, okay? But let's be real. If it weren't for his family's absurd level of plot armor, wealth, he wouldn't have lasted a day in Sonic's world. Yeah, he helped out Sonic a few times by whining, slowing him down, and, oh yeah, keeping him trapped on Earth like a selfish brat. Come on, man! You were living every Sonic fan's dream, hanging out with the Blue Blur himself. And what do? You hold him back like a clingy toddler who's lost their pacifier. Chris, I'm sorry, but when it comes to strength, you're barely above Omochao. At least Omochao has robotic durability. You, one strong breeze and you're done. A man dedicated to protecting a family for life, putting his own on the line to ensure they are safe. A man dedicated to his craft, it's none other than Mr. Tanaka! Now, Mr. Tanaka, while he is funny, he isn't really all that much stronger than your average human. However, due to his advanced training in martial arts, his abilities to protect the Thorndyke family are one to be reckoned with. This dude actually stood up to one of Eggman's tougher robots, giving a powerful stance while not showing an ounce of fear. Tanaka has seen the destruction his robots can do, and even though he gets wiped out in a single hit, it was both admirable and incredibly entertaining to see him try to step up to this beast. His biggest achievement is probably sending 2 government agents flying out of the Thorndyke home in a matter of moments, no less, which is pretty incredible given Mr. Tanaka doesn't have a large, bulky build. He's a slim, average guy who just bodied 2 guys at the same time. For his achievements, I can't put him higher than Vector, obviously, but I think Mr. Tanaka is underestimated for what he can actually do. So, for both his strength and his training, he deserves a low B, in my opinion. It's the duo that we all know, the one that's always destined to fumble. It's time to rank the power of Rough and Tumble! Now, these two guys are notoriously known for getting their butts handed to them every other Tuesday. Like seriously, these guys got intimidated by Vanilla, considered one of the sweetest characters in the whole franchise. Now, even though they get folded like laundry, they do possess brute force. They were able to take over a town without any other help. Heck, it took the combined efforts of Sonic and Knuckles to retake the town. However, both insist they didn't need the other, so like, you know, it's probably not that big of a deal. Like, I honestly think Knuckles could have taken it on his own, but regardless, we can't rank two people as one individual, because that'd be unfair. Tumble has superior strength, whereas Rough has some technology and the battle smarts. When it comes down to it, I am personally going to put them both in high C tier, with Rough being slightly higher only because he still has his tail, just below Jet the Hawk. Yes, this does mean I think Tanaka can easily take on Rough and Tumble one at a time. Now, there's still one Hedgehog left to rank, but is he really number one? And hey, do any of his friends even compare to the powerhouses we've covered? Tell you what, if this video hits 30 likes, I'll make a part 2 and rank even more characters. Think I messed up some of the rankings? Let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. But for now, it's peace out from me. Remember everyone, keep flying high.